Hi, I'm Elena, and today I'm going to show you how to make a cardboard practice pad for Mallet Percussion. These are really great for practicing at home, while traveling, or anywhere you don't have access to a real board. Overall, I'd say this project is pretty easy. It took me about 45 minutes to make my first one. For this video, I'll be using duct tape, which is about 1 3/4 inches wide, which would roughly match the width of the bars on a Marimba or Vibraphone. If you want to make a practice pad with smaller bars, closer to the size of a Xylophone or Glockenspiel, I suggest using 1.5 inch wide painter's tape, which is what I did for this example. I'm going to make my practice pad have 3 octaves starting on C. You can make yours larger or smaller. I'll include the formulas I used for measurements in the description. Let's start with our materials. For this project, you will need 2 rolls of colored duct tape, 1 roll of brown or clear tape, a ruler, scissors, pencil and eraser, and of course a cardboard box. Start by breaking the box down. When it's laid flat, cut off any extra tabs. Cut the cardboard so it's 48 inches long by 18 inches wide. My box was already 18 inches wide, so I didn't have to cut any of the width. Next, use your brown or clear tape to close the gaps between the flaps on the box. I also use the tape to cover up the text printed on the cardboard. Lightly draw a line horizontally down the center of your board. If you're using my measurements, this should be 9 inches from the top or bottom edge of the cardboard. Measure and mark the length you want your lowest and highest keys to be at either end of your board. Mine were 8 inches and 5 inches from the center line. I also made a mark at the midpoint, 6.5 inches from the center line. Lightly draw a line connecting the marks. Flip the board around and repeat the last step on the other side. Make sure your low ends and high ends match up. Flip your board back around. Now we're ready to start making the keys. Put the start of your tape on your center line, about 2 inches from the side edge. Cut the tape where it meets with your bottom diagonal line. Repeat this step for the next key, leaving about 1/4 inch between the pieces of tape. Continue making keys until you have 22 total. Now that we've finished the natural keys, it's time to move on to the accidentals. Spin your board around. Start your tape between the first 2 natural keys. I've chosen to make my accidentals overlap the naturals by about 1 inch like a marimba would have. If you want to make your board more like a vibraphone, start your tape right on the center line with no overlap. Cut the tape where it meets your diagonal line like we did with the natural keys. Continue to make the keys following the 2-3 pattern up the board. You should have 15 accidental keys in total. Turn your board back around and erase your lines. And now you have your very own Mallet Percussion practice pad. Thanks for watching and happy practicing!